issues that they're facing currently. And as you know, there are Kiwanians clubs in Haiti. And if there's anybody on this call who's aware of any Kiwanians club in Haiti, I'm welcome to sharing that information, but also that we extend to those Kiwanians, as well as the wider Haiti, our prayers at this time, and that the country gets to some form of stability at this time. So after that, let's go into our introductions, and I'm going to start just segue straight from Haiti to anybody who is outside of Jamaica who is joining this Kiwanians Club of Kingston this evening. If you're from outside of the land and wood and water, can you just open your mic and introduce yourself so we can acknowledge your presence? Anybody from outside of Jamaica, in the diaspora, the Caribbean, UK, Toronto? Okay, none yet, but we usually have a lot of people who are attending from outside of Jamaica, so as they join, they can introduce themselves. Let's move to Division 25. Is there any Kiwanian clubs from Division 25? Can you introduce yourself?
Good evening, PE Stephen. This is
Good
Chairman
evening.
Crystal Heaven from Kiwanis Club of Montego Bay.
Good
We are
evening.
good evening.
Sorry.
We're having a board meeting right now, so my delegation won't join until it's through. But it usually lasts long. However, I hop on. So looking forward to a great meeting with you. Bye.
So you're going to, thank you, Chairman Crystal. So you're going to join as a representative for Montego Bay, or you're going to be in and out?
I'll be in and out.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
And we understand the circumstances. And as you heard, the program this evening is introducing our new Kiwanians. Always interesting to find out more about the names and the faces, and I'm sure you'll find that they have their own story to tell about their own life and why they have become Kiwanians themselves. So again, welcome to you, Chairman Crystal from Division 25. Anybody from 25? If not, any other clubs from 25? I'll move to Division 24.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm from Division 25. I'm DP Dorette from Kiwanis Club of Coastal Trelawney. With me are two other members. I'm happy to be here, and I can't wait to hear from the two Kiwanians. Cannot wait. I love those sort of things. So
yes,
thanks a lot.
Thank you, DP Dorette. We recognize Coastal Trelawney, and they're not only young Kiwanians, they're also young people. So their perspective is always good in the scheme of things.
I think I'm the oldest one in the club, but thank you very much for calling me young. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. All right. So that was still back in Division 25. We're moving to Division 24. Kiwanians, Division 24.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Kiwanian Ashana. I'm from the Kiwanis Club of Charlton, Alexandria. I always have a great time in these meetings. I really feel like you're supposed to know me by now because I've been here.
Ooh,
I keep coming.
See it all the time.
I enjoy the meetings so much, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us this time around. I have two guests with me. So I'm anticipating more of my members to be on in a short while. So thank you for having me.
Would you like to introduce your guests?
They can't really speak at the moment, but as soon as they can.
No, but you can introduce them. Yeah, just say your first name.
Right, so I have Prospective Zidane and Prospective Omarion with me.
Okay, right. And they will also hear new Kiwanians who are guest speakers this evening. So it'll be very, very relevant to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming, as always. Division 24, any other Kiwanian clubs from Division 24? Roll call, 24. If not, we're going to move to Division 23 East, first of all. Please open your mic and share your greetings with us. Division 23 East. What? Nobody from 23 East? Okay. Going once, going twice. 23 West. Kiwanian clubs from 23 West.
Good evening, my Kiwanian brothers and sisters. This is President Henry from the Kiwanis Club of Portmore. With me this evening, I have DP Donnell and I have Divisional Treasurer Wayne. I am really looking forward to your two young Kiwanians and young persons to hear what they have to say. Others from my club will be joining shortly, that much I can say. Thanks for the invitation.
Always an open invitation, President Henry. And as your other members join, you can just put it in the chat so that we can recognize them also. So even though it's a Zoom, even though it's not in person, we want to keep it as interactive as possible. So if you have questions, comments, or anything at all, you can go through the moderator, or you can just put it in the chat. We will see it. And we acknowledge all your participation. I think I see DP Michael from Kiwanis Club of Portmore. He's on. So welcome, DP Michael. And also we have, we passed it early on, but let's go back to those people outside of Jamaica. VP Matthew. No, STGC, St. George's College. Is that right? VP Matthew?
That's right.
Where are you from, please?
That's right.
Okay. Welcome to you. I was tempted to say, I looked at initially like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but it's just as good, St. George's College. Welcome. We're in Division 24. No, we're in Division 23 East. Then I went to 23 West. 23 West.
Good evening, my fellow Kiwanians.
Good evening.
This is President Latricia from the Kiwanis Club of the Sunshine City, and we are happy to receive your invitation, and we're really looking forward to a wonderful evening. Currently, there are 5 of us here, and we are hoping that others will even join as the time goes by. Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you, President Latricia, from the Sunshine City, Kiwanis Club of Sunshine City. Even though it has been somewhat overcast today, I'm sure you will bring the positive energy and the vibes to our meeting.
Amen, we will.
Delegation. I'm being perfectly honest. I like the name Sunshine City. 23, we're in Division 23 Central now. If there's nobody else from 23 West, moving quickly to 23 Central. Kiwanians from that division, please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Good evening. This is
DP Yanis.
Yes, from the Kiwanis Club of Stony Hill, and it's my pleasure to be here sharing with you this evening. And so far we are 5 in number, and I'm wishing for you all a successful and an enjoyable meeting for all of us.
Right. Thank you, DP Yanis. Stony Hill.
Hi, good evening, PE Stephen. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks, President Eurydice.
Wonderful. Well, I am, for the rest of who doesn't know, I'm President Eurydice from the Kiwanis Club of 23 Central Story Online. And at this time, I have a delegation of 3. Myself, DLG Keith, and Prospect Giselle. Yes. So we have 3 of us. More will join, but for now it's 3. Thank you.
Okay. All of these prospects, welcome to the Kiwanis movement. I hope that you enjoy this evening and that it will be a precursor to your induction and to your Kiwanis journey, all of you. So thank you, President, and welcome to all of the guests, non-Kiwanians and guests who are joining us this evening. We were, that's 23 Central, Central Story Online. Is there any other division from 23 Central? Roll call. Are there any SLPs joining us this evening? Any faculty advisors? I'm going through the list of the persons who are here. SLPs, no. any faculty advisors, any other person who doesn't fit into any of the categories that I mentioned earlier? If
Yes,
not,
good evening, I fit in other categories,
yes,
but
don't
guess
leave me
what?
hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Yes, DLG Gerthlin. I'm sorry I missed you.
I
There's so
know,
many
but I
names up
was
here.
hoping the person in charge of the committee would
Kingston.
introduce New Kingston. I bring you blessings and special greetings from the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston. I'm only seeing Director Theon and Special Member Audrey Lewis on.
Yes.
I'm hoping others will join soon. This is DLG Gerthlin. Have a great
I'm here,
meeting.
Gerthlin.
Blessing everyone. Hi there, DLG Willie. How you doing? President, good
you.
evening.
Good evening. Good evening,
I
Gerthlin.
sometimes step back because I want others to introduce, but they don't seem to want to do it.
Yes.
You know, I've
I
been
am on
around a
to
long time,
Gerthlin.
and 34 years is a long time. So
Yes,
somebody else needs to be in the
DLG
limelight.
Gerthlin, did you see the special greetings from PDT Ralston? He was telling you that he's there. So I think he would like a special greeting from you. Or
I
acknowledgement.
didn't know. I didn't know. Maybe you should sing him happy birthday because yesterday
Yes.
was his birthday.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't see it. I haven't noticed it, but I probably will look at it afterwards.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Raleigh. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Sorry to break in here, Peace, Stephen, but I think what's happening, and by the way, we have been missing your DLG, Gerthlin. But I think what's happening, you say, Peace, Stephen, is, as you know, DLG Gerthlin is really Kiwanian royalty. And I think PDT Ralston is hoping to move into the castle. So that's why you see.
It's all right, President. Even
if as the butler,
he seemed to want to give up on me because I don't run around anymore. But it's all right. It's okay. I'm trying to get the others to find their place, you know, because I know they can't get rid of my place at this late stage.
Okay.
Have a wonderful meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, DLG Gerthlin. So we're acknowledging the delegation from Kiwanis Club of New Kingston. Anybody else from, I was saying, Division 23 Central or anywhere else before we close off? I want to make sure.
Good evening. My name is Nakisha Irving. I'm from Nation Builders. But President John.
Go again, please, Nakisha. Can you?
My name is Nakisha Irving. I'm a new member. I'm a new Kiwanis. I'm from Nation Builders. President John is my president. I'm here on this evening representing. And as always, I enjoy the meetings as always. Greetings, everybody, and good evening.
Greetings, Kiwani and Nakisha, and welcome. Hope you'll come back again.
Thank you.
Come back again, please do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my duty here is concluded. So I will pass the mic back to President Newton, and welcome again, everybody.
Thank you, Peace, Stephen. Great job as usual. Good evening, DP Paul, all the way from where again? Japan. Nice to see you, sir. And I can see Mr. Wentworth is chafing at the bit to go. But before we get to him, we are going to look at apologies for absences. DLG Willie, do you have any? I don't see any.
No,
apart from DP
apology
Richard.
For lateness. An apology for lateness early on from Director Warren McDonald, but I believe he's on the call at this time.
Okay, and we know DP Richard would be out. Okay, yes, and Director Andrew gave an apology for Chairman Andrew. For Andy Jean, right? Andy Jean, right? And Andrew and Andy, right? Director Andrew told us that Chairman Andy would be out. Thank you. Okay. So at this point, let's move quickly on now to recognition of birthdays and anniversaries. We know that PDT Ralston, yesterday was PDT Ralston's day, and you know, we all wish him a happy birthday, a happy not just a birthday, a happy week, a happy month, right?
You're muted, President.
I see.
Yes, go again. Yes.
Oh, I was muted?
Yes, you were. So we missed all of what you just said.
Okay. What I was saying was that I know you're gonna give recognition of birthdays and anniversary. No, but I just want to say to PDT Ralston, whose birthday was yesterday, that I mean he's oftentimes the life of the meetings, and I want to say, you know, we appreciate him, because one of the things we know is that if PDT Ralston endorses something, we know it is after a lot of thoughts. And we know if he has any reservation about it, we're going to hear it forthright. So if there's something to be fixed, it can be fixed. So we hope you have not only just a happy birthday, sir, but celebrate the rest of the week and the rest of the month. We're there with you.
Thank you, President. You know, it was mentioned last week, so I'm really outside of this week. However, I accept your good wishes, and it's my pleasure, and I'm proud to be a part of this group of Kiwanians. And my job is to keep them on their toes. And, you know, I will do whenever I'm given that chance. But nowadays, the thing is running so good, I don't get much chance to speak.
Well, you see, yes, we did mention you last week, you know, but some people are so much that we can't contain them for 1 week. We have to even carry them over to the next week. Some Jamaicans say, boy, them just enough. But whichever way they want to say it, well, you know, we have to give them extra. You're one of those, sir.
Well, you know, they say New York.
And a brandy, President.
I here I get backed up by my friend DLG Gertlin. She's my friend in the boss, not yours always. All right, so we're gonna ask PE Stephen now to go ahead with the recognition of birthdays and anniversaries.
All right. Thank you, President Newton. Back at you. My duty here is just to recognize Kiwanians who are celebrating birthdays and anniversaries this week. That would be the week of March 5th today to the 12th of March. Strange enough, we don't have any Kiwanians, but we do have somebody who is probably even more important than the Kiwanians, that is the wives, the partners of Kiwanians, because we should give them kudos because a lot of the Kiwanians would not be able to give so much time and of their resources without the support of their wives and their partners. So we have two Kiwanian wives who we are recognizing for this week. Kiwanian Windsor Sawyer, his wife, Loy, celebrates her birthday on March 12th. So happy birthday to Loy when that comes around. And also Kiwanian Michael Forbes, his wife, Miriam, also celebrates her birthday on the 12th. That's next week. So special Kiwanian birthday greetings to both of those wives. And thank you again for your support of your husband and the Kiwanis movement. And that rounds it up, President Newton, for birthdays and anniversaries. Oh, unless there's any of our guests who are here this evening who are Kiwanians who are also celebrating a birthday or anniversary, would you like to share that with us? Any birthdays? Okay, if not, back to you, President Newton.
Thank you, P. Stephen. Okay, we're gonna go now to Kiwanis education, but just a note. I know each week we have Kiwanis education on the agenda. I don't want persons to take it as just, oh, you know, another item to be ticked off the agenda, because if you listen each week to the Kiwanis education that is brought to you, and we're bringing it in bite sizes, because we don't want to say a whole lot and it just fly over your head. We want it to be things that you think on and you remember. So DLG Willie Reason will now bring us Kiwanis education, and I implore you, listen, because even if you don't remember everything that he says, you know, at another time you may be thinking of something or you're in a conversation and it just jumped in you. Oh, in Kiwanis education at the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, this was said. So, dear Willie, please, sir, could you come forward with Kiwanis education? You're muted. You're muted, DLG, Willie.
Oh, God.
Yeah, good to go. You're open now.
Thank you. Good evening, Kiwanians and guests. This evening, Kiwanians education is going to be about honorary membership. I thought it might be suitable in view of the fact that Kiwanis Club of Kingston has a number of senior members. And I was recently asked, what is an honorary member? So I trust you all will benefit from this. Eligibility for honorary membership. Persons who have distinguished themselves by meritorious service in the furtherance of the policies and programs of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston may be elected to honorary membership, subject to the prerequisites as outlined by the board for such membership. Rights and privileges. Honorary members shall be exempt from the payment of admission fees and membership dues, shall have no vote, and shall not be eligible to hold any office in the club. Such members shall be entitled to attend all meetings and enjoy all the privileges of the club. Honorary members of the club may visit other Kiwanis clubs alone and represent the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Objectives for honorary membership: to recognize the members of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston for their outstanding contributions in the execution and implementation of the club's projects and programs, whether in cash or kind, and who want to continue to be members, but due to financial challenges, they are unable to pay their dues. To provide an opportunity to long-time members who can no longer attend meetings regularly to satisfy Kiwanis international attendance requirements, and to provide membership to persons in Jamaica who command immense respect of and influence on the populace, which can result in greater support to the club goals, programs, and the objects of Kiwanis International. Criteria. The following guidelines normally used for nomination to honorary membership. Member must be in good standing at the time of nomination. Member has distinguished himself through significant participation in furtherance of the club, policies, programs, and projects, and is unable to pay his dues due to financial hardship but wants his membership to continue. At the discretion of the board, honorary membership may be allowed where membership, ongoing medical condition, or similar hardship, and he is unable to attend meetings or participate in club activities, but who wants to maintain his membership. The nominee commands immense respect of and influences on the populace, which can result in greater support of the club goals and programs and the objects of Kiwanis International. Lastly, constraints and responsibilities of an honorary member. He is recognized as a full member of this club. He is not recognized by Kiwanis International. He does not pay club, district, or Kiwanis International dues. He pays the club functions to the same extent as
you're muted,
to attend Christmas charity ball and fundraising activities. He will not receive a refund for any dues paid if his condition changes to honorary membership after the start of the administrative year. Thank you for listening, and I trust you will have benefited from.
All right.
Over to you.
All right. Thank you, DLG Willie. I don't know. I caught what this Kiwanis education, what you said, DLG Willie, because I am familiar with what you were saying, because your your microphone was coming in and out. I don't know. Was that the same with you, DP Stewart?
But he did, I wouldn't say coming in and out, but he did come out. He did come out a couple of times.
Okay, because why I ask that is because if it was not just localized to me where the microphone was tripping in and out, then that is something that I would want. I would just ask Dale G. Willis at some point in the future to also bring back in Kiwanis education, who is an honorary member. Because let me tell you, part of the reason why that is important to me. Some of the younger clubs and some of the younger Kiwanians may not be able to picture it. But just to bolster what Dale G. Willis said, yesterday I was in conversation with a member of our club who is now 91 years old. And he has spent over 40 years of that 91 years as a member of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Given valiant service, he's still clearing his thoughts and everything. He's still enthusiastic about identifying with the club, identifying with the movement. Somebody like that is a prime case for honorary membership. Right, so I just wanted to get it across, especially to the newer clubs and to the newer members who are one. Then what does an honorary member look like? That's what we're talking about. All right. But as said by DLG Willie, it is something that would have to be decided by the board. No, we are now at the main event. And one of the things that I am clear about, I may be president, but when it comes to up close and personal, introducing the persons is the purview of DP Stewart. So I will not even call the two gentlemen's name. I will just say, over to you, DP Stewart.
Thank you, President Newton. Fellow Kiwanians and guests, it is my pleasure this evening. We haven't had a segment of Up Close and Personal since October last year. So it's about time to have another one. And this evening we have two new members. New in the sense that somebody's mic is open. Please,
I think Wentworth, I think your mic is open.
Okay. Yes. So we have two these are not the last two members to join the club, but they were just before the last two. And they came in together. And I'd like to, I'm not gonna say much about them because the point of Up Close and Personal is for them to tell us about themselves. What I will just do is tell you who we have this evening, even though you may have seen it on the flyer. We have Christopher Anderson, right? And we also have Wentworth Prendergast. I sent a WhatsApp message to each of them. I'm not sure. I think Christopher saw his. And what I said to him was, I'm going to ask you to go first. So, Christopher, the time is your time now. And I'm just going to ask you to go right ahead, up close and personal.
Thank you, DP Stewart. Hello?
Yes, man. That's fine.
You all are hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then thank you very much, my fellow Kiwanians, the guests and fellow prospects. Thank you very much. It's my distinct honor to be given this distinguished opportunity to make a presentation about who I am as an individual. At first, when I was asked to do it by DP, I was a bit nervous, but I'm learning to come out of it, and first and foremost, this presentation, is gonna be a bit just giving you a warm up from there. So, who is Christopher Anderson? Now, before I get into the details, I just want to tell you why I chose to become a member of the Kiwanis Club. I understand. So I remember one night I was scrolling through Instagram and I was looking. I wanted I wanted to do more with my life, and I was searching for an opportunity to basically give back to society and to be of service to others. You understand? And I saw the Kiwanis Club came up, and I was saying to myself, I've always heard about the Kiwanis Club. I never know what the Kiwanis Club actually did. So I was very, very intrigued to learn more about this organization, because I know that people speak about it regularly, but I would like to know what it really was. So I realized that they were having like a games night at the National Chess Hospital, and I decided that after work, I would just go straight there and to just introduce myself. And I when I went there, I met William Reason for the first time, along with I can't remember. Sorry, what's the gentleman's name? Can't Juna Stewart. Yes, sorry, yeah, we are fellow Kiwanian Stewart. And I told them that I was interested in being about the club, and they were very surprised to know that somebody from out of nowhere just came up and said they would like to be a member of this club. You understand? And then after that, I was introduced to President Newton, and Newton, he was very, very kind to me, and he took me to memory lane and just gave me all of the information.
Sorry, Christopher,
about
just 1 second, Christopher. I'm getting a kind of an echo. Is anybody else hearing that?
Yeah, slide.
You have another device. Christopher, you have two devices.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Okay,
turn off.
make sure one is off. Or the volume
Yeah, I'm
is
gonna
down. Okay.
I'm gonna turn off. All right.
Hopefully you'll keep the one where we can see it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Once
Maybe
it's on.
now?
Yeah, go. You can
All right. Are you?
I'm hearing you.
Yes. And I know when I met all the members, and everybody was very hospitable and kind towards me, and as I was getting myself in, and learning about the organization history and how much it's contributed to Jamaica and all around the world, I was very, very surprised to know such an organization existed that was a philanthropic organization that's about giving back to society and giving back to humanity through philanthropy and charity and all of those things. And then after that, as I was saying that, I was trying to develop I was trying to become a more well-rounded individual, and the Kiwanis Club gave me that opportunity. But enough about that, and basically I'm going to just go into more of who I am as an individual. So basically, I'm sorry. So what would as a person, I'm a very introverted individual, so I'm quite very shy. But over the years, I've tried to come out of my shell and to develop my interpersonal skills and my communication skills and learn how to relate to people better. And also as well, I'm a single bachelor and I don't have any children. I'm in sales and marketing. I'm a loan officer, and my favorite hobbies is that I like to read a lot, and I like to basically keep my ball as well and playing dominoes. Every time we play, I normally get us. And I think that because I'm also a Christian, and being a Christian, the thing that one of the scriptures that stood out the most to me is that sorry, what's scripture? Can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and that the race is not just for the swift, but those who can endure. And it is something that is very motivational to me because it gives me a lot of encouragement and inspiration to become a better person. And as a result, I am always trying to look out for opportunities for me to help other people and to give back to society and to be of service to other human beings because of the moral ethics that was given to me by my friends, my colleagues, and my brothers and sisters at church. It basically informs my moral compass. And I'm a churchman. I'm very active in the church. I'm the choir, even though I'm not really too much of a good singer, but I'm on the choir. And also as well, I'm also an usher at church, and I'm also as well I assist with setting up the musical equipment and the lighting. So I'm active in church, and also as well, I'm a part of the church I go. We do a lot of, like, for example, like prison ministry, in that we would go into prisons and we would basically minister to the inmates there. And I do that a lot, and I'm always, so I would go to the prison, and sometimes they would have me minister to the inmates that are inside, and also as well I'm with other organizations does charity work, like feed the homeless. So when they're having like events, like my church and some other organizations like Kiwanians Club, they would do like a program in which they would feed the homeless, and I'm very active in that, in going out there and basically giving, helping, distributing food items to people that are homeless. And also as well, the church that I'm a part of, we'll also go to like children's home. Last children's home we went to was on Hill, and we would give books and other academic equipment, like, and also clothing, and also as well perform for them. I remember when I went there last Christmas, and my job was to play Santa Claus. So I dressed up as Santa and basically dancing and singing for the kids, and the kids loved it. And it was a very memorable experience, because as I said, I'm an introverted individual, but when I was in that environment performing for the children of Santa Claus and doing all type of gimmick, and the children were very, very amused and entertained. And also as well, I'm all, and also what I was saying, that is that and I must say that I'm developing my public speaking skills, because I'm planning to go into the clergy later on in life. So I needed, and so I'm trying to develop my my rhetorical skills, learning how to speak to people, how to minister to an audience. And I have people that I'm talking to, class that I attend, so to improve my speaking skills, because I said, I plan to become, in the long run, become a member of the clergy and become like a pastor, because I would love to be one day to be on the pulpit ministering to other people. And and also as well, I'm very, as I said, I'm very active in the church. And I'm also, and I do a lot of philanthropic work as well through the church I attend, and go to the prisons and inmates that are there, and so as well help to feed the homeless and stuff like that. And also as well, I always pride myself in saying, one of my favorite quotes one of my favorite quotes is from the 20th century motivational speaker called Earl Nightingale, that says, the quote goes something like this. It says that you become what you think about. So that state is a very powerful state in my mind. You become what you think about, because what it says is that every individual must think positive thoughts. So you could send positive vibrations, and in sending off positive vibrations, you are able to attract positive people in your life. So I'm an optimist. You understand? I always try to be optimistic. So and no matter how dismal or dark something may be, I always try to be optimistic. I always try to think about the best parts of things, because at the end of the day, I believe strongly that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever or distress or despair you might be facing, I always encourage people to hope and let go, because in life, facing difficulties and hardships and trauma is something that is unavoidable. So I always try to encourage people not to give up faith, pray and to hope that better days are coming, better days will come. You understand? Because as I say, and you have that goes, the quality of the quality of your life is dependent upon the quality of your thoughts. That goes to show that it's very important for you to think positive thoughts. As I said, be an optimist and always try to have positive vibrations and a positive frequency so you could attract positive people in your life. You understand? I'm a very positive person, a very optimistic individual, and I always try to stay away from, people of a negative, people who give off any negative energy. But I surround myself with people who can help me to be the best version of myself and achieve self-actualization and individuation and become better in every respect and every area of my life. So I'm always trying to improve. And another thing is that I always say to people that I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly committed to achieve perfection. In that, I believe strongly that you fall down 9 times, you get up to 10 times. You understand? You just keep the more you fall, the more you understand. You just brush yourself off. And as the scripture goes, the race is not swift, but those can endure. So despite whatever I'm facing, I like a challenge. I like to challenge myself. I like situations in which I have to be creative and be inventive and innovative and basically myself so I could reach my full potential. And I'm still a work in progress. I always say to people, because I'm very honest about my flaws and my mistakes. And I make a mistake, and I'm very honest. I'm very accountable. I tell people that I'm very sorry. I acknowledge what I have done, and I take actions to make amends. So I'm always trying to improve and always trying to get. I'm perfect, imperfect. I'm better despite my imperfection and my flaws. And I believe strongly in this that life is a marathon and not a race, because it's not about it's about who gets the destination first. It's because life is a marathon, so you have to go over a lot of hurdles, you have to go over a lot of obstacles, you have to circumnavigate or circle difficulties and hardships with. And I'm always reading motivational books, and I'm always listening to motivational speakers, people who can influence me, encourage me, and basically educate me in every respect. You understand? To develop leadership skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, social skills. You understand? To develop my emotional intelligence and financial intelligence, and also as well to become a fully rounded individual and to craft a character that could give back to society and to become a humanitarian and a philanthropist and be someone who can be a light in the darkness, can touch other people's life. You understand? So as a young up and coming, I'm always getting myself involved. So whenever there's an opportunity to serve, whenever there's an opportunity to give back, whenever there's an opportunity to do something that's altruistic, to give to basically whether it's to feed hungry, go to a children's home and give the children that are there, go to the prisons and minister to the inmates. That is something that I'm very, very passionate about. You understand? So as I said, I'm a very spiritual person. You understand? I'm always reading my Bible, always praying. You understand? Always asking for advice and encouragement from people that I look up to and people that I admire and people who I wish and aspire to become like. So as a result of that, I'm just always active. I'm a very active person. You understand? Because it's all about in life. I sincerely believe that a life well lived is a life that is lived in service to other people. So as I was earlier, whenever there's any opportunity to be of service to anybody, to humanity, to society, it is something that I'm always looking for, because I like to serve, I like to give back, and I'm trying to develop my leadership skills and my ability to be one day become a leader, a spiritual leader, a social leader, and even one day become a political leader.
Excellent. Well said.
Hello? Hello? Are you hearing me?
No, continue, Christopher. That was
Okay,
that was just a side remark.
sorry. So as I was saying, I'm always trying. I'm basic. As I said, I'm an opportunist. I'm always looking for an opportunity to be of service to people, be of service to others, and I'm very active in many different circles, both social, both social, political, and also religiously. You understand? And in and I have many goals and I have many ambitions for the future. But that's but and I have other things working on. You understand? But fundamentally, at its core, I consider myself to be an optimist, individual that is very altruistic, that's philanthropic, and a humanitarian. I very charitable, like give back, and as the Q statement goes, that you must place a priority on the spiritual rather than the material values of life. So I'm always focused on the spiritual rather than the material, because I'm a materialistic person. You understand? I'm more a spiritual person, just like the Kiwanis clubs, just like statement to place an emphasis on spiritual rather than the material of life. So I'm very spiritual. I'm a deeply religious person. I'm a deeply I'm a very I'm a as the saying goes, I'm a prayer warrior. I pray a lot. I go to church every Sunday. I'm always active in the community, and I'm also active in the lives of my family. I live a place where I live. My sister owns a place, so I live with my family, but and everybody have their own apartment. So I'm always with my family. I love my family. I like spending time with my family. So we go to church together. You understand? We go to the beach together. And I go to the restaurant together. Sometimes we don't really get along. You understand? Sometimes we have, like every family, despite all the fights, all the and the conflicts that we might have, eventually we make up for it again. You understand? And we're very active in the work. A lot of people, understand. I'm very good negotiating and people, because I'm in sales and marketing. I speak to a lot of people, and as I said, I was an introverted individual, I was afraid of speaking to people. As I exposed more to new surroundings and new environments and new people, what caused me to evaluate myself. You understand? To go self introspection and self evaluation and examine. And over the years, I found myself more extroverted, myself to be someone that is more forthright. You understand? To be someone that is that basically loves to talk to people, like to relate to people, because I don't really like to argue with other people. I like to understand people, because I don't believe in judging people. You understand? I don't judge people. As the saying goes, let God be the judge. You understand? So I don't judge people. I'm not a judgmental individual that likes to judge or criticize other people. You understand? I like to understand people, to listen to people. I like having intelligent conversations. I like to know people emotionally and psychologically, and make other people get to know me, so that when the opportunity was given to me by E.P. Stewart, presentation about myself, was very flabbergasted, because I'm quite shy at times, but as I said, I like to I like to get to know people, and I like people getting to know me. So speaking about myself and speaking about my fundamental values, spiritually, intellectually, is something that is very, very, very exciting and something that I value a lot. And I love environments and communities like one club. You understand, where everybody come together because similar values. Because I place a strong emphasis on value because I place a strong emphasis on the right moral principles, and I live my life according to ethical guidelines and principles that causes an individual to become a better person spiritually, morally. So, and also as well, I don't mean I've gone into other details and other things, and just tell me if I'm over if I'm over the time.
Yeah,
So because I don't want to,
yes,
I'm over.
Christopher. Yes,
Yes,
you're just about on the time now. Yes.
on the time. Okay, yeah, because I don't want to go on a tangent. But thank you. That's my time is up now, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, then, all right. Thank you very much for that. I'm this opportunity to speak about myself. Read again. Stuart,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Christopher. We don't usually do a Q&A in the middle, of these presentations. But if you have something that you want to pose to Christopher, just write it down, and then after Wentworth has done his session, then we'll open it up, and you can ask a couple questions. So that's how we do it. So I want to say thank you very much, Christopher.
Thank you.
There is okay, I won't bother. I had a couple of things that I probably wanted to throw in, but I'll leave that until after Wentworth has said his piece. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Wentworth Prendergast. Your mic was open a little earlier, so if you can now open it and tell us about yourself. Wentworth, over to you. Your time.
Are you hearing me now clearly, everyone?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm not sure how clear it was, but you'd have to say something
All right,
else.
okay. Thanks, Christopher, to go before me, so at least I learned from him. All right. Just to let fellow Kiwanians who are online have an idea. When I was at Stats, mainly, my high school, I was introduced to Key Club by the then principal, Isaac Henry. So basically, it was easy after years of service, years of doing business.
Sorry, Christopher, sorry, Wentworth, there is a sound. Is that fan you have near to where the mic is?
Yes. Yeah, let me turn it away. Yeah, or you have a feedback with it.
The sound. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna spoil your presentation.
Yes.
Okay.
So you still hear the sound?
Can you turn it off, or would it get too hot?
All right, let me turn it off. No. All right, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. So I was saying from high school I know about Kiwanians Club. I know having been to Key Club, even some of the levels of vice president, things like that, and junior achievement as well. So I always see myself as industrious and entrepreneur. Anyway, that is just for now. Anyway, to go back from where it started, I'm a 1968 baby. On December, almost Christmas, and born grew up
with same mom, you know, in humble beginnings. She migrated a couple of years when I was about leaving high school. So for me, growing up in Bull Bay at the time, go to Aberview Primary, then to Donald Quarry. And then after finishing Donald Quarry, I get a chance again to go back to high school and do some more subjects. And that's when I come in contact, groom, and, you know, help, encourage a lot by Isaac Henry. He is he's a father figure to the old school, I can tell you that. And he's jovial, but at the same time, he's firm like a iron. But at the same time, he looks out for the well-being and for everybody. He instilled a lot of values in us that today, up to this day, I cherish and practice. And values such like to be multi-skilled. I remember one thing that he said to me that never leave me. And it took me years to understand. He said, whenever he sees me on the corridor, when he calls my name, everybody here, Prendergast, scorn the light and live laborious days. And it usually tick me off after I've been to class. I said, why this man always a pick for me? You know, Prendergast, scorn the light and live laborious days. And it was when I was going through CAS at the time, you know, something, I said, why this man always said that to me? And you know, I stopped and look at it, and I said, oh, this is what he meant. He was actually telling me something good, not to waste time. You know, and I'm glad up to the other day when I was having a conversation with my son, now 25 years old, he asked me what advice I would give him. And I told him the very same thing, but not in the same tone. Anyway, so having leave stats, I went to CAS. I did 3 years of technical education there. And while I was there, from stats days, I got the opportunity. I didn't really get the opportunity. Isaac Henry at the time usually encourages students in the technical field, vocational field, to go and work, study in various companies. So they call up a set of workers, students, sorry, and said they are sending them out to cement company. Now, living in Bull Bay, I wanted to go to cement company because it's a factory I pass every day. But my name was not on the list. So I said, listen, me, this group not leaving me at all, you know. So I went and pick off the names who are there. So when it come to me, I was the last person. So I said, well, boss, I hear the group is coming and I'm not leaving and I want to come. So the security guard said, all right, since you're here, come. And went to cement company. I remember the manager, who is also a past student of stats, he gave us some tests, trigonometry, that is applicable to our fields and what have you. And somehow, I wouldn't say I alone passed the test, but I alone stood out that after the 2 or 3 weeks, they called me back and said, you would like to work for the summer. And that is where I got most of my industrial experience while attending CAS. So I learned a lot of skills there, learned a lot of work ethics, because for one, work starts at 7:30 and you have to present yourself in the workshop at 7:30. So that means say you have to get to work from 7 and the supervisor is not taking no excuse for an answer. And so after I left CAS, I taught at Dunoon engineering. I taught at Kingston Technical, and I taught at XED. Surprisingly, my teacher, who I had at Stats, I had about the same teacher when I was going through class. And surprisingly, he said to me, Prendergast, I've done like 20 years in teaching. Don't stay in it for very long. You turn workless. Surprisingly, a teacher is telling that to another prospective teacher. Anyway, that resonated with me. But while I was teaching, you know, you usually hear, you usually work on the side and so forth. So even while I was at Stats, the same principal usually encourage us to build things, sell things, and that's how I joined Junior Achievement Company. And I was a part of it as the sales team. So after we make the things, to go out and sell it. Those humble days encourages you and embolden you. So when life opportunity comes, how to make a presentation or present a product, how to get someone interested into a product without harassing them, things like that. So while doing all of that, you know, I usually do grills and things like that because I learn a lot of welding from cement company. But I taught myself to do several things like make awnings, things like that, because I got another opportunity with my sister to do it from scratch and nobody didn't teach me. Fast forward a couple of years after that, I did a course in real estate. I did one in project management. However, I had some bad experience at the time, so I didn't get to pass the exam, but the knowledge and the skills still left with me and practice. While in teaching, I managed to wanted to buy a pickup because I met in a very bad accident. I was pronounced dead. Miraculously, I'm alive today. The vehicle was mangled and I was badly hurt. Anyway, within a couple of months, I was back on my feet, but without a vehicle. But I took my time, you know, and I usually pass cement Caribbean fencing that is down by the bottom of Arbor Street. And I see them have a lot of pickups or a few pickups, and they're just there, not going anywhere. So I went there one day and I said, I come to talk to the manager. They said, the manager is not here. So I said, well, it's either you're going to call the manager or I'm going to fling a stone inside and create animosity so the manager must come out to me. So the security guard realized that no is not an option or it's not an answer for me. They went and make a call upstairs. The secretary said to the manager, then a gentleman is downstairs, want to speak with you. So the manager at the time said, oh, really? If a man is that brave to come in this area, X, Y, and Z, send him come. Now that conversation and that opportunity changed my life since. Because when I went there to buy a pickup. Because I had a pickup already, but I wanted another one. And when I went there, just by chance, I'm talking with the manager or the owner at the time. And he asked me what I can do. So I said, I can do several things. So I tell him my qualifications, X, Y, and Z, and what I'm doing, X, Y, and Z. And he said, how about if I give you a contract to make gates? And he said, what kind of gates? So I'm saying, chilling gate. I said, well, I never make one before. So I'm saying, all right. I'm going to give you the material and make a small gate from it. Come back to me. Also, I got the pickup to buy from him. And when I get the pickup to buy from him, the job that he gave me, pay back for the pickup. So that tells you the level of enthusiasm I had and still have today when I'm doing anything. Then he gave me an opportunity. So basically, at that time now, I just got married. And I said to my wife, well, I was saving up some money while, during that time. And I said, well, this man is giving me an opportunity to build gates, which I never done before. I usually just have one worker working with myself because I'm in teaching and what have you on X, Y, and Z. So now I have to now go out. And at the time, I got so much work that I had to employ approximately 8 persons, 3 welder, 3 second, 2 drivers. And I managed that for about a year. And whatever opportunity I got, I made use of it in a positive way. And from then, when I left, well, I decided to leave teaching and do it full time because I said I don't have anything to lose. And if things get bad, I can rock back on teaching. So with that in mind, I had gotten married. I ended up with 3 beautiful kids. No, I had or have 3 beautiful kids. At present stage, the last one just left university. They're not employed. Well, the last 2 are girls. My son is the eldest, and he's now employed, what have you. And the last 2 girls leave university. I'm still married. I'm still happy. And now I'm just cruising. So basically, I am avid churchgoer, avid Christian, I should say. I was actually born in the Adventist church. And I still go to church every Sabbath. I know how to draw the line between doing, what should I say, salvific work and not losing the sight of having fun or wasting time. But at the same time, I remember some time ago, a friend, he passed on now, and he asked me, so what if I break down and you're driving past me? I said, no, I'm going to take off my jacket, pull my tie, and assist you to get off the road if there's no other help, and then go to church. And that is how I view my life as a Christian, and not to be religious, but also be spiritual. For me, I still, throughout these years, even when I was at CAS, I remember the principal then, Mr. Can't remember his name, Sangster. He said it's good that when you're going through your years in school, you do community work. And I remember I think it was compulsory at the time to do some amount of community work. And I went to Vineyard Town, Golden Age Home. And that experience also helped me, humbled me. Because in a simple way, you can be here with all of the money and the resources in the world, and something happened to you. And you just remember that you're just a simple man, a human being. And not because you see others in less fortunate circumstance. When you get to know, you realize you say, life is worth living and living for others. Things like what I can do, I've earned enough experience so I could take a building out of foundation. During the years while I was working and doing work, I remember I did work like for Winston Lee's family, and I did the supermarket that's on Constant Spring Road from scratch, right to the roof. Some persons didn't even think that I was qualified, experienced, knowledgeable, but all of that stood out. I've done several other buildings for Zuki trucking, Caribbean fence, Caribbean boilers, still do a lot of jobs across the island. Special skill sets, just like that. So basically, I still get opportunities here and there. So that's basically just about me. That's just about me.
Excellent.
Okay, Wentworth. Thank you very much. This has given us a good insight into, when you said that you had this bad accident and you were pronounced dead. Did you break any part of your body? I mean, you had any broken bones? Wow.
Yeah, I broke my hip. I broke my jaw. I broke my skull. But those are what? Because I broke my jaw, blood was coming out of my mouth and I could hardly talk. But I was conscious, but I could hear what the doctor was saying, but I couldn't answer him. Because what could I say now? The entire front of the vehicle, the bonnet, everything coming on me and pin me inside. Right, the dashboard comes straight in on me. So it was a steering wheel that mashed up my face. But you want to see any evidence of it? Thanks to God. I met in another bad accident again when I was actually getting married on the same day.
What?
Unfortunately, yeah, I was driving and I was just cruising, not going fast. And by the time I reached Cement Company, I ran into another vehicle and I can't say how I ran into it or what happened, but that happened on my wedding day. So basically, I was the one who was late, and I went to the wedding, brush off myself. I think my nose was broken at the time, and shake off myself and get up out of the accident and just make a few calls and say, listen, man, something happened, it hindered us, but we are still on our way, we'll get another ride and come in. So it was after I reached, my wife knew that we were in an accident because they didn't want to tell her. And at the same time, her father took down ill, who was supposed to be the best man. He took down ill the Saturday night. So I had to rush, go down there and carry him to the doctor. So as not to give my wife any heartache at the time. And then when I come up, relax and then get ready for the wedding the following day. And then on the wedding day, that accident happened again. And when it happened, I come out, shake off myself, what have you, I think I did wash my face or something, just to feel good, and then just go to the wedding. And it's at the wedding I broke down and tell him what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to get married, definitely.
Huh?
No.
I say you want to get married.
Well, that's something that you kind of wonder what would somebody else have done under those circumstances. But you mentioned some about determination in the earlier part when you went to, because you were down to go to the cement company, but you thought it would be good for you to go, and you had to go, and you just made a way. You just made a way.
Yeah, because for me, I have a strong personality that if I determine to do something, your no is not going to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done that several times over. Several times over. I remember I applied for a loan at JTA Credit Union. I got the loan and the lady, the manager come and said to me, say, boy, Sir Prendergast, I'm turning down the loan, Some say, what? After doing all of this? Some say, no, man. Some say, all right, tomorrow morning, we'll start again. just like that, I said to her. So she said, you're not gonna stop? Then she stopped and said, you actually get the loan. At them time, you know, Messiah, I'm saying, the way I expect me to tell you, say, I remember again, I applied for a loan to buy a garbage truck at COK. The manager turned me down. I'm take the same information and got access. I'm just look at the lady and just tell her one thing. So I say, I'm not here to waste your time. Don't waste mine. I'm here to get a loan. Just tell me if you can help me and let me move on. 3 days time, she called me back and said, Mr. Prendergast, consider giving you the loan. So I am that type of person who, when I make up my mind to move forward, is only God can stop me.
Okay, I want to come back to Christopher, but let me ask you one other thing. Based on the time you have been in the club, which is about a year, I mean, remind me, it's about a year. Where do you think you really want to make an input?
For me, all right, I couldn't get to make an effort when you had done the painting for the school in Ligani, but for me, every third Saturday, President Stewart had encouraged me to go down, down by the feeding program on the Saturday morning. But for some strange reason, I keep forgetting, and it's when I'm actually at church. Sometimes I remember, say, oh dear, now this morning at third Sabbath. I should be going down there early to do it, to be a part of it, X, Y, and Z. So I would say if someone just give me a nudge to remind me, things like that, I would certainly be a part of it. For me, I just like serving. And even while doing key clubbing at Stats, Circle K, I didn't do Circle K much at UTech class at the time, but having done those things, it basically gives you an inside feeling to say, listen, man, it's a bigger purpose than yourself. You're not living for yourself. That is how you live unselfishly. And basically, I just enjoy doing it. I don't find it condescending. I don't find it, to be belittling or to say, boy, you don't mix with certain type of people or X, Y, and Z. For me, maybe the way how my mom brought me up, because I told my kids this, and I'm not ashamed for saying it. I didn't grow with my father one day. I don't know what it's like. I knew of him, but I didn't grow up with him. And at my wedding, I said then, and I said no, and I proudly said it was my mother who fathered me. Yeah, and it led me to say, listen, I have to father my kids from birth until them leave university.
Yes.
Things like that. So, yeah. So when you ask about doing things in the club, that is my strength. I don't have a problem sitting down and making plans to do what I do, but ask me to go out there and get something done. When I have an opportunity to, I will get it done.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Our hand is up. I say our hand is up.
Can tell our presenter that in that respect, he's not alone, being grown by a single mother. But I want to tell him that we have some plans on the board for expansion, and I think that he's going to fit right in there.
Okay. Okay. All right. There's a hand up, and then I want to go to Christopher, but let me say the hand. I can't make out the names. Daniel or Donnell Barnett.
Donnell, this is DP Donnell.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
please.
I am directing my question to Kiwani and Wentworth. First of all, I must comment that we both went on the guidance of the great Isaac Henry, and I myself followed and went to class. Question, what year did you leave St. Andrew Tech?
I think it was 98.
Okay.
Because
And
after
what
that,
are
I
you?
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. My other question is, what
go
are
ahead with
you
the
doing
question.
presently? What are you doing presently?
All right. Presently, I do, whenever I get the opportunity, I do awning, I do fencing, I do steel fabrication, the grill work. If a client asks me to do an expansion or start a building, I have the experience and the know it all to deal with it. Employ the relevant persons, the requisite person with the right skill set, and get it done.
Yeah, it's good to know these things, so we can support our Kiwanians. So thanks much.
Thanks much. Yes, man, you're welcome.
Okay. Christopher, right there? You there? Christopher, are you there?
I'm there. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Again, the same question I want to ask you is after about a year in the club, where do you think you would be best able to make the kind of contribution that you personally would want to make? Where do you see yourself fitting in? Because I'm asking the question because not all of our new members, I mean, you're not gonna bat at 100%, but we want to try and do more to ensure that we are satisfying. Well, we have needs, the club has needs, we have things to do, but we want to make sure that some of them at least are aligned with the aspirations of the members. So I'm just thinking, where would you want to fit yourself in?
Yes, so as I was saying earlier in my presentation, my job is to become like a fully rounded individual. So I don't really have any preferences or predilections. My only concern is that whenever there's an opportunity to serve, I'm willing to serve in whatever capacity that has been presented to me. So whatever role that is available, I'm willing to step into that role and serve to the best of my ability.
Okay. The floor is open for any persons.
DP Stuart?
Yes. Yes, you want to do
DP sorry, but before you go for a DP Stuart, really interesting, but could I ask for a member of the club now to move for an extension of 15 minutes for us to complete this evening's proceedings?
Yes, so move.
Can I have a seconder?
Second.
Okay, moved by DP
Okay.
Stuart, seconded by DP Chris. Thank you, DP Stuart.
Okay. Just one little thing that one thing that you said that I found really amusing was the part about you playing Santa Claus. No, you got a lot of padding. I mean, how did you round out that part of the look? I'm just curious.
It was very funny, because because I like I have a flair for the dramatic and I like theater. So when I was offered the opportunity to dress up as Santa Claus and to basically dance and entertain the kids, I grabbed on to that opportunity with great excitement, because as I say, I like theatrics and I like drama, I like those, I like performances. So when the opportunity came, it was a very big outfit, you understand? And I put on this beard and this sandals and two big water boots. And when the kids saw me, they were just excited. It was a very
Okay, I get you. I'm sure you probably borrowed a couple of pillars as well. Anyway, there's something I want you to repeat for me. I didn't get the whole of it. The first, you had a quote about I am not perfect, but
the quote goes something like this.
Yeah,
I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly committed to achieving perfection.
To achieving?
Perfection. I'm not perfect, but
yeah.
I'm perfectly committed to achieving perfection.
Okay, got you. Must write that down. Okay, the floor is open. If there are any persons, as I said, we don't really grill our members. We don't really grill them. But if you have any questions, we can take a few in a couple of minutes and then wrap.
DP Stewart.
Yes.
Sorry, somehow my hand won't go up. So I have a
okay. Go
I
ahead,
have really
Prince.
I have really an observation about Wentworth. One of the things that I realized from Wentworth, and I knew Wentworth from before he joined the club. I've known him for years before he joined the club. I think he made an awning for me. But one of the things that I've found that since I've come to realize since he joined the club is that he is a very serious family man. I mean, I've noticed that his family is close knit. Normally, whenever we have anything, you notice his wife is usually there and his son also. And you can see from the interaction that he's a serious family man.
Yes. That's true. He doesn't have to comment on that. We see it. And in fact, his wife did come to his the induction, right? Our induction ceremony.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Any other observations? Any other comments? Let me look in the chat. Yes.
DP Stewart, just
Yes.
want to tell Christopher and Wentworth, just stay involved. That type of determination and commitment will always bear fruit, and I like their approach. I'm hoping they will find Kiwanis a safe haven, and whatever comes their way, they will make sure to stay with Kiwanis.
Thank you for those.
Please keep them involved so they don't feel that they're left out.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for those words, DLG Gerthlin.
You have DP Marcel hand up, DP Stewart.
Okay, go ahead, DP Marcel. DP Marcel, your time. Are you hearing me, DP Marcel?
Okay. Oh, I think he's opening now. I think Wayne from Kiwani's Club of Portmore had his hand up. I don't know if he drew it or what, but he had it up.
I was applauding, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Marcel, you're not hearing us? Okay, anybody else wants to step in? Okay. It's up to me then to, okay, let me just, one other thing I probably had a note on. Oh, yes. No, I leave that. Let me just say a big thank you to both Christopher and Wentworth for being willing to share, for being willing to share with us this afternoon. We've certainly learned some things that will help us in the future to, at least we know a little bit more about you so that it shouldn't be too difficult for us to see exactly where you would best be involved. Although Christopher says whatever the job is or whatever the role is, he's willing. But we all have our strengths and we want to be able to utilize those strengths. So I think it has been a pleasure listening to you both. And I want to say once again, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Kiwanians and Kiwanians online.
Thank you very much to all, Kiwanians.
Okay. Back to you, President.
Thank you, DP Stewart. And we have never had an up close and personal that has disappointed, and this one fitted right in. As DP Stewart says, I personally am proud to have these two gentlemen as not only as members of the Kiwanis movement, but as members of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. And it's not just from their presentation, but it's also from their interaction their interaction with us. I mean, they are two persons who, even before they were members, were always attending meetings. They were at the secretariat. I remember the first evening Christopher came to the secretariat. I mean, I was wondering if he was plugged in or something, because you know he's just as you see him right now. He's always had in that happy mode. And now we understand where you gentlemen come from. So thank you, gentlemen, for sharing. And I'm pretty sure all the other 50 odd persons who were online tonight really appreciated it. All right, we are going. Okay, so we are going to move on now to the Sergeant at Arms, Chairman Zuri Johnson. Is the Sergeant?
He is on. Good evening
Welcome,
to
Sarge.
everyone present online. So this evening is we're doing some learning this evening. So it's a lesson. So we're going to be exploring the difference between a kleptomaniac and a literalist. So the literalist takes things literally, and the kleptomaniac takes things literally. All right. So we go to our charges.
Repeat that one, please.
So the difference between a kleptomaniac and a literalist: the literalist takes things literally, and the kleptomaniac takes things literally.
Okay.
and believe the Sarge when he says so. I think the Sarge is an attorney.
So this is what our charges. So for all the people who April 26th came early, we're calling it the birthday conspiracy. We're going to be giving a charge of $500 each. So we're going down the line. Samuel Thorpe, Dale G. William Wilson, DP Earl Spencer, LG Desmond Batchelor, and for the whistleblower, Sir Ralston, $500 as well. And for the fake page, Sir Charles Sims, $500 as well. And for the entire board, with the one exception for not making the numbers, $1,000 each. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, Sarge. Always well done. Wish we had a collector as enthusiastic as you are. All right. No, we need to move, since we are running, because it's now 8:45. Let's move quickly to notices and announcement and interclubbing opportunities. DLG Willie, can you take us through that, please?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. In the interest of time, I was going to advise the club of two announcements. One, members of the 60th anniversary celebration or 60th anniversary planning committee will be meeting tomorrow online at 7 p.m. The link has been sent out by DP Stewart. There's a note on the ECNC District Convention, which by all of us know is being held from May the 16th to 18th. The early registration is now closed. That was 260 Canadian. Those of you who still want to go, registration is now 390 Canadian. Those are two announcements I have for the time being. President Newton, in terms of interclubbing schedule, I will circulate the schedule in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, DLG Willie. And before I open it up for others who have an announcement, I'm just trying to find it back here, DLG Willie. I know Kiwanis Club of Nation Builders, they have a function. It's a concert-like function, and if somebody from Nation Builders is on, please just jump in and take over. It's at Curfew Place this Saturday at 6:30. No, Nation Builders, the president of Nation Builders is President Joan. And President Joan is one of the persons, she's one of those with an angelic voice who is always jumping in whenever she's asked to support us and other clubs. So I'm asking us to support that venture. ticket is 3,500, but built into that 3,500 is that you, the member of a Kiwanis club, gets the opportunity to donate 1,500 out of that 3,500 to whatever charity you would want to. So I'm just asking you to support Nation Builders, Curfew Place this Saturday, starting at 6:30. Is there anyone online who wants to make an announcement? Please go ahead and do so. Anyone? Anyone from Nation Builders who want to do better justice to that announcement than I just did? No? Okay, well, let's go to thoughts for the week with DP Marcel Boyce. And I think he's probably geared up to do it in both English and Patois this week. Right, DP Marcel? DP Marcel? I'm seeing you, but I'm not hearing you. All right, when I'm not hearing DP Marcel, I don't know if he stepped away from his computer or what. But I know it's now 8:39. I know it's DP Marcel, if you're able to join us now, could you go ahead?
President Newton,
Okay.
I could throw in one if he's not answering.
Would appreciate it because I think he's trying, but it's not working out. So if you could, DP Stewart.
Okay. This one is says sometimes your value isn't seen until your absence is felt. And the other one I have is history. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived. But if faced with courage, need not be lived again. And that's a quote from Maya Angelou.
Thank you, DP Stu. One of my favorite writers. Okay, it's now 8:50. I know it's past some people's bedtime, but it was well worth the evening. I mean, I had a good time. I'm pretty sure everyone else did. That's why most people are still online. At this point, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. I want to thank our presenters. I have to say a special thank you to DP Stewart and his team that continue to arrange these successful meetings week after week after week. Thank you all for coming. See you again next week, Tuesday, same place, same time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the week. Good night.
Night, everyone. Good night.
Good
night, everyone.
Night, night.